Hello, welcome back to a video, or another video. Sorry, I've been out of it for 4 weeks. I've been on the trip and started to try to recover from that trip. And I've been out of it for quite a while. If you're wondering what I'm doing on Animal Jam, well, that's because I have this theory alone in my head that nobody has ever talked about or thought of, and there's no information on it, so my information is quite small. But at least this idea would start to get attention. Or not. Anyway, this is a lore theory video about the first relationship between phantoms and jammers. The very first one would be Barb and Juno, because they did have a secret relationship. And if anybody's wondering why she was outcast, probably it's because of that relationship with Juno. Sorry, I'm messing up my words. I am not really doing this professionally, but at least I have the evidence, and this is a very unscripted video. Plus, this is my first time. Anyway, if I go to Mesoterra, here's where Barb is, and kinda sad that I don't really get to see more words out of her. But probably she went when she was quite done, probably to focus on her operation. But there's some evidence that she had a relationship with Juno. For starters, she never really called any of the alphas by their names. It will either be Wolf, Bear, or Bunny. Mostly Wolf, as she's referring to Grilly. But the only one that she mentioned their name was Juno. So it's evidence that she knows Juno a long time ago. But there's other things that are quite sad that I do recall remembering from talking with Barb or listening what she has to say. That she, on Valentine's Day, or the Valentine's month, she said I don't need friends, not like they stick around. Probably kind of a piece of the past with her and Juno. And knowing the Juno lore so far, Juno has been lost to time, ascending to their power to further protect Jamal and the prehistoric animals. With great power, they have a responsibility to do, so they had to leave Barb behind, which is sad. Plus other incidents proving the relationship. Barb said that the wolf was making a mess with Juno's trail. She never called any of the alphas by their name, just Juno as the old hero. And considering what Juno's time is, the present time for Juno, who knows, it's either around Barb's time when Juno got stronger in power. She also said it would be nice to see them again. Another referral to Juno as Barb said they. And knowing that Juno is non-binary, that's like another hint for us. But this relationship also tells us a lot of why Barb is out here in the Phantom Dungeons, helping us out. Probably she knew how Juno was going to help jammers along the path. She is also doing the same for us, giving us attacks and buffs to prospective phantoms in here. Mostly she does not want to be found at all by them, but she's also helping the Junos out just the same as Juno. which is quite nice considering how grouchy she acts and aloof. Probably all this time that Juno has been gone, she's been missing them very much, and she's quite sad. While the Alphas are trying to find a way to bring Juno back, Juno's still resuming their responsibility as well Barb is. She also rescued jammers trapped in crystals, which are the corrupted animals that we got. So she's doing the same thing as Juno. Still, she hasn't really come back to see us. But whatever's going on in Juno will expect Barb to be there. But this is like the very first Jammer and Animal. Sorry. Jammer and Phantom relationship ever. The very first. And they seem to have strong friendship for now until they had to go their separate ways for a long time. I'll pause and show you the evidence I took a picture of. For the amount of things I said about Barb, with the evidence I didn't take a picture, but I did take a picture of just one, although nobody paid attention to Barb. Here's my title documents, well, untitled documents of all the pictures, screenshots that I taken with Alphas talking and Barb. Because they have important lore to them and a lot of importance for theories. If you want to have a look at it of what I gathered, it's into the description. Actually, if you want to see them, you can tell me in the comments and I'll put a link to it in the description. But I'm pretty sure that the wiki has another quotes, but not the ones I said about Barb, as nobody pays attention to Barb or updated it further. But as you can see, Barb's quote, "The wolf can't use light side well at all, he's making a mess of Juno's trail." Still calling Grilly a wolf and not by his name. Well, the only one that was called by his name, their name, I mean, is Juno. And I taken this a while ago before Barb's disappearance. But anyway, I would like to hear what you have to say about this theory and lore about this relationship. And I'll put it out there. Anyway, bye.